Hello everyone, Debbie here. Welcome back to Barossa Valley Crafts. Today what we're going to do is I'm going to show you two different folds. So I'm going to do a series of 3 videos over 3 weeks, and each one will have 2 different folds for making cards with. So this is more about the folds, and then it is up to you to use any papers from your stash to decorate them. So you can use, you can make them Christmas, birthday, anniversary, sympathy. Just decorate them to suit the occasion that you're giving the card for. So the 2 we're going to do today is a double column card. So hang on, I'll just move that out of the way. So they look like that from the top and that from the front, and it will fold flat. And the other one we're doing is a middle pop-up card. So it looks like that from the top, that from the front, and it will fold to be that size, or fold flat to be able to post. So let me show you how I have done these 2 cards. So we'll start off with the double column card. So I just went through my stash, and I've also picked out some little scrappy bits of paper and cut some special stuff to attach to the card. So to start off with, the base card itself is 12 by 5 inches or 30.5 by 12.8 centimetres. Now, if you've got a scoreboard, that will make this a lot easier, but if you don't have a scoreboard, if you've got a ruler, a pencil and a stylus, so a stylus has just got a little ball on the end. If you don't have a stylus, you can use a bone folder. And if you don't have those, but you've got a biro that does not work, as long as it's got a round end on it, you can use that as well for scoring with. So to start off with, now, if you don't have the scoreboard, mark at the top and the bottom of the card at the following measurements. So at 1 inch or 2.5 centimetres, 2 inches or 5.1 centimetres, 3 inches or 7.2 centimetres, 4 inches, 4 inches or 10.2 centimetres, then 8 inches or 20.3 centimetres, then 9 inches or 23 centimetres, 10 inches, 24.4 centimetres, and 28 centimetres or 11 inches. So if you don't have the scoreboard, mark at the top and the bottom at those measurements. Okay, then using your tool, join those 2 lines together and score it. So press fairly firmly so that you end up with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 lines on the card. So hopefully you can see those lines. Now we're going to fold it. Now what you need to do is take a tiny slither off each end. The reason for that is when we fold it, if you don't take that little slither off, it won't fold properly. So I've got a little trimmer here, so I'm going to use my trimmer, but you can use scissors or anything. And from each end, just take a little slither off. So I'll just do that. And it's easier to do that than do little funny measurements, 7/8 and 5/8 and all that sort of measurements. It's easier to do that. So I'll leave that there so you can screenshot it or write down the measurements. Now we're going to fold on all those score lines. So we'll just fold it and burnish it. So while I'm doing this, I'll just let you know that I do have a Facebook group called Card Making for Beginners and Beyond. I will add the link in the description. And if you'd like to join, you're more than welcome. Just be sure to answer the question to join though. And then you can share your creations. Now we're not limited to brands, so I don't promote any particular brand. It's just any branded product is fine. Okay, so now we've done all that. We're now going to fold those. So on each score line, we're going to fold it over to make that little column. So I'm just going to pop some double-sided tape on the end of each one. So it's up to you whether you want to use tape or glue. It's just a personal preference. Sometimes I prefer the tape because it is an instant bond. You don't have to wait for it to dry. And depending on the paper you're using too. So now, on the second score line, fold that in half. And then fold that over and give it a good press. And there's your first column. And we'll do the same on the other side. So again, fold on your second score line. Now this is why we've trimmed this off. If we still had this, it would go right onto that score line. And when you try and fold it, it will not work properly because it makes it too tight and it will distort your column. So then fold on your last score line, give it a good burnish. And there's your base card. So now I'm going to decorate it. So now I haven't given the measurements for the decoration, only because you all might do it differently. But just to give you an idea, for this particular card, on this size, the centrepiece is going to be 4.5 inches or 12 centimetres by 2 inches or 5 centimetres, and that's going to go in the centre here. So I'll just pop some glue on here. Yeah, just pop that into there. There we go. And then these two pieces will go here. So they are 5 3/4 inch or 12 centimetres by 3/4 inch or 2 centimetres. So there's two of those. Oh, hang on. I nearly forgot. Before I put those on, I'm going to attach this piece across here. So this one is 3.5 inches or about 9 centimetres by 3/4 inch or 2 centimetres. So I'm going to pop that there. So I'll just pop some glue on the ends of each one. I mean, this could have been done after, but I want to do it this way to cover it up. So I'll just pop those there. Now, we'll put these pieces on. So I'm just going to lay that flat so I can push it down. So I'm just going to cover over there. And then we'll do this one. So as I say, you can decorate these with whatever you've got in your stash to suit whatever occasion you're celebrating. So they can be for any event. Okay, so that's better. So that's that. And then, so I've just cut out a little seahorse. I'm going to attach that to there. So I'll just pop a bit of glue on there. I'll just fold that down again so I can push it. Okay. So there it is from the top, and that's from the front. And then I've just got a little piece of card here to do the sentiment on the back. So you can do it on the front in the centre if you like, but if you're doing something on there that you don't want to cover over, then just do this to the back. And I've just got a little picture here that I'm going to put on there just as a bit of decoration. Pop it down here. So that way it still leaves a lot of room on there to write. Oh, there we go. And that's it. So that's the double column card from the top and the front. So that's that one. And then the other one we're going to do, so the middle pop-up card. So for this one, the base card is 9 by 5.5 inches. Or 22.8 by 14 centimetres. And again, we're going to do the scoring the same way as we did last time. If you've got the scoreboard, you can use that. If not, with a pencil and a ruler, mark at, let me just line this up. So your first mark, so you'll need to mark at the top and the bottom of the card at 1 1/4 inches or 3.3 centimetres, 2 1/2 inches or 6.5 centimetres, 6 1/2 inches or 16.5 centimetres, and 7 3/4 inch or 19.7 centimetres. So once you've done that, this one is so easy. Fold back on the score line and then fold the other one forward, and the same on the other side. So you do a valley fold, a hill fold, then a valley fold, and that is your card base done. So easy. Now we'll just decorate it. So that's what I'm going to be putting on there. So all of these pieces for this particular size card, you can adjust these to make them bigger if you want to. So all of my decorative papers are 5 1/4 inches long, because they'll all be the same across. And then there'll be 1, 2, 3, so 4 pieces that are the 5 1/4 inches or 13.5 centimetres by 1 inch or 2.5 centimetres. So there's 4 of those. And then there's one that is the 5 1/4 inches or 13.5 centimetres by 3 1/4 inches or 9.5 centimetres. That's to go in the front. So now we'll just attach those. Actually, I might put it that way. So I guess if you're using directional paper, you need to be sure that you're cutting it out to suit the direction of the paper. I know when I first started, I was doing it all wrong, and I would waste so much paper until I worked out the right way. But we will go through that. big one in the centre. This My Petunia, or My Sweet Petunia precision glue press is one of the best things I have purchased. Not cheap, but gosh, it makes gluing a lot easier with arthritis in the hand. Okay, and we'll just add these two. So the cardstock I'm using, I purchased from a papetisserie. So I'll add the link in the description. It's an Australian company. And the decorative papers that I'm using, I've got from Image Plus Scrapbook Superstore. And again, I will add that in the description as well. Okay, so there's all that done. And then I've just fussy cut out a couple of little butterflies that I'm going to add here. So I'm just going to use some foam dots to add those, just to give it a bit of dimension. That one, and I'll just pop a couple on this one. If you've got any questions, please pop it in the description, in the messages below, and I'll get to you as soon as I can. So bear in mind I'm in Australia, so allow for time zones if I don't answer straight away. And I'll pop this one on here. And then you can do your greetings in the back if you want to. So it's up to you whether you want to add some decorative paper in there or just leave it as it is. But there is that card done. So there it is from the top and there it is from the front. So that's a middle pop-up card and the double column card. So I hope you've enjoyed those. If you have, please do give me the thumbs up. And do subscribe if you'd like to be notified as more tutorials come. I aim to do them every Friday. So thank you for joining me, and we'll see you all again soon. Bye.